Fearless Extremist also asks, what are your feelings on bringing new blood into leadership? Well, unfortunately, if it was just so simple as saying, hey, come on in. I know from personal experience that pushing someone into leadership who doesn't actually want to be there, that creates its own problems. Because essentially you'll have someone who'll just say yes to everything and then they leave. And then we never see them again. It's difficult. You can't push anyone too hard. In fact, one person asked me, it was when I was running the media department, they said, I don't really want to work for the paper right now. And I said, you know what? That's cool. Because I don't want you working for the paper if you don't want to be there. Because then I don't want to force you into doing something you don't want to do. I want you to come to the paper with the desire to work for the paper. And they said, thank you. Because ultimately, if I had made that person work for the paper, they probably would not be working for the paper for very long. And they might have been burned out and left. Later, in the new time of their life, they wanted to work for the paper. They volunteered. And then they became a more active person. And I had to say that is a win. It's revealing that you can't jam people into leadership. Okay? You can't. The other thing you have to think about, ideology. See, the thing is between the new guard and the old guard. And with each new generation, different ideologies will appear. And here's the thing, here's the kicker. Tell them they're wrong, I assure you, you're going to do a lot more harm than you think. And a lot of people are like that they've formed their own ideology cluster, and they've decided anyone else's ideology is wrong, unacceptable. In fact, if you go to Congress, you'll find that that happens more, I'll admit. So, you have to find out their ideology and explain to them other people's ideology, because as I said, you can't just jam people in. I love to see new blood in leadership. I do. I really honestly do. In fact, that's what happened to me. I think 2 weeks into the party, I joined the fund department, and within a month I was in leadership. Yeah, so understand, yeah. And I assure you, new blood usually brings in new energy. And new energy always pushes everything forward. But the problem with new energy is the fact that if they are not properly funneled, they will either A, get burned out, B, lose their morale. Yes, I've seen people that it happens. They just get demoralized based on what they view of other people. High energy people always expect high energy from everyone else. And when you expect high energy from everyone else, well, you have problems. I assure you, I've seen it before, and it's people like, oh, no one's doing their job. Yes, people are doing their jobs. It's just, to them, everyone is just sitting still. So it's all about managing people. And as Rose once said, being party president is like being a mom or having kids, and you're essentially babysitting. And to me, that's a very interesting point. Something I think I'm pretty good at doing. Anyway,